93 everybody, Granny here, and I'm here to give you advice on a subject that most people who know me would argue that I am tremendously unqualified to speak about. In a word, housekeeping. These are just 3 tips that I found very useful in basic housekeeping and cleanliness, and I want to share them with you to enhance your life, to make your life better. That's what enhance means. Gotta stop being redundant. Number 1. The necessity of sock washing is a myth created by big detergent companies. Just wear them till they get crispy. And when they get crispy, give them a few shots of Febreze. That'll fix them right up. Wait till they're nice and soft, and then you can put them right back on again, and your feet will smell, fresh. Well, they'll smell like Febreze and old socks. It's half fresh. If you develop a rash, you will develop a rash by doing this, then just understand that's normal, and it's a clean rash. It's a reaction to the cleanliness. So don't worry about it too much. Number 2, if you're like me, you hate cleaning the bathroom. There is an easy solution to this. When your bathroom starts getting dirty, start unscrewing light bulbs. The darker it gets in there, the harder it is to actually see the dirt. And until it's totally pitch black, you don't really need to clean anything at all. I got a whole gang of this shit. This final one's my personal favorite. When I moved into my first apartment, it was a disaster. There was beer bottles everywhere, garbage everywhere. It was me and my buddy. We were young. We didn't care. We had old food, old candy wrappers, bong water everywhere. And most of all, the dishes. Oh, God, the dishes. Lucky for us, this really cool guy lived downstairs. He had a denim jacket, a ball cap, and he drove a cab. A big handlebar mustache, bottle blonde wife. Really classy guy. He was always drunk, a little drunk, but never so drunk that he didn't know what was going on. And we used to kind of hang out with him a little bit because he was just like older and cool, and he liked to drink beer, and we liked to drink beer, and he liked to smoke cigarettes, and we liked to smoke cigarettes, and he liked to smoke weed, and we liked to smoke weed. So he was kind of schooling us in the ways of adulthood. I remember one day we ran into him downstairs, and he was sitting out in his front porch drinking a beer and smoking a cigarette, and we were kind of bummed out, and we were like, "Carl, man, it sucks. Our kitchen's filthy. It's gross and dirty, and there's dirty dishes everywhere and bugs and stuff, and now we gotta spend the whole day cleaning our damn kitchen and doing the dishes." Carl looked at us sternly. He said, "Boys, let me ask you a question. What do you use your oven for?" And we're like, "Well, we do hot knives off the top of the stove, pretty much, when we're low on weed, but I mean, we don't really use the oven, per se, for anything, He's like, "Not even frozen pizza?" And we're like, "Nah, we order pizza. We're not going to cook no frozen damn pizza." Carl nodded, looked me in the eye, and said, "The dishes go in the oven." We were floored. This man was a genius, educating us in real life. It was amazing. Incidentally, Carl's philosophy caused problems for us later. His apartment was flooded. The landlord wouldn't do anything to fix it. So rather than doing anything with the room that had been partially caved in and was filled with water, he pretty much just locked the door and started throwing his trash in there. When he left and the landlord was trying to rent the apartment again, he had to remodel. In the meantime that all this garbage had been piling up in this room that no one used, it steadily and slowly filled up with mice. When they remodeled, all the mice had to go, which meant they had to find somewhere else to go, which meant that they all wound up in our apartment. After a while of using live traps and sort of trying to preserve their furry little lives, we eventually became so overcome with loathing that poison and physical violence were resorted to. I'll never forget watching a movie with my roommate in the living room, and watching a mouse come out and sit in the middle of the floor and just look at us. The little fuckers weren't even scared of us anymore. They didn't even care. Watching my roommate smash that mouse with his bare hands was definitely a highlight of my time spent at that apartment building. Smart-ass motherfucking mouse.